Hey guys, is Legend of Runeterra dying? That question has been brought up many times by the communities by now, since many competitive players and content creators either quits or take a break from Runeterra. I don't think it's because World just finished, League and TI tournament is happening, or New World MMO just came out. But honestly, the game itself has been really stale. 2 months without any card changes is too long, and I think Riot should take notes on this for future patches. They might not want to change anything due to world and seasonal schedules being close to each other, but watching the same competitive deck throughout EU Masters, World, and also seasonals are actually not fun from the perspective of the spectators like myself. Shouldn't adapting to card balance patches is a required skill for a pro player? A lot of people have been saying that the meta is the most diverse right now, but it is still populated with Bandle City. And in the end, most of these new decks that keep appearing out of Bandle City are basically the same archetype, swarming the board with Bandle City power creep. But worry not, because we are going to get some big changes. I think. Well, most likely we will, or otherwise the LoR communities will probably backlash again. Maybe leaving the game for good. And that is when we can probably say that Runeterra is really dying. But if we do get a lot of changes though, nope. I don't think this game is dying, and lots of people will probably come back to stream and doing content again. So today I just want to make a prediction on what changes we're gonna get. And I want to hear your prediction as well, so I'll wait for your comment down below. First of all, let's go back to patch 2.11 when we got the most card updates ever in Runeterra. If I count correctly, it seems that we got more than 40 cards changes back then. So I'm gonna call it right now that we will also get at least 40 cards changes this Wednesday. So it's pretty safe to assume that there will be around 4 cards that's gonna get changed in every regions. So here, I'm gonna pick 4 cards that I think might change, and of course, you can also comment down below 4 cards from every other regions that you want to see Riot change. Starting from Demacia. Looking at 4.11, there is actually quite some cards that got referred back from their nerf state. So, number 1 card that I think is gonna get changed back is Unyielding Spirit. Yep, you can say I'm trolling, but changing Unyielding back to Burst is actually makes sense now. We got more ways to counter it than ever before, and who doesn't like getting Minimorph, right? Also, reverting it back to Burst is actually a buff for the Demacian's unit like Fiora, Lux, Garen, or even Radiant Guardian. Second card that can get referred back is War Chef. Scout used to be so oppressive back then, with this guy being a 2-3. But nowadays, Demacia units has actually gotten weaker. So I think reverting him back to a 2-3 so Scout can see more play makes sense. I also wouldn't be surprised if they buff Vanguard Defender, but I don't think they will do that. I think it is probably better to nerf Bandle City Stone Stackers instead. Sorry that I jumped to Bandle City, but since they both have the same stats and Stone Stackers has a bonus impact on top, I don't think Stone Stacker is a healthy card. It is one of the stronger annoying cards that people overlook. Changing Stone Stackers into a 3-1, like Ruthless Raider from Frejlord, is probably better so that it can trade with other 2 mana units. Because right now, a lot of 2 mana units can really trade well with Stone Stacker. But let's go back to Demacia. If there is one change to the champion, I think Poppy will get nerfed. I know you guys want Lux to be buff, I do too, but I'm very pessimist that she will get one. She did get a skin and new animation, but back then, Yasuo also got new skin and new animation, and they still haven't buffed Yasuo. Lux will probably get the same treatment. So yeah, Poppy is too strong right now, she deserves a nerf. I don't really know which is better, nerfing her attack down to 3 or losing her ability to grant health, but Riot probably knows how to treat her right. Right? For the last card from Demacia, I have a feeling that they will buff a random elites or dragons. Maybe Swiftling Flight is an epic, got many potential for elites deck, but never see play. It'll be interesting to see if it get buff. Now that's 4 from Demacia. Let's go to the next region, Frejlord. Frejlord is kinda tricky since we're still waiting for new champions from this region, but right now Frejlord rarely see plays. We also haven't seen many changes on Frejlord so far, so I'm guessing they might buff some cards here. I don't think Lissandra and Anivia is in a good state, so changes that will affect these 2 champions is most likely will happen. Weirding Stones will probably be reverted back to 4 health. they could buff Draklorn Inquisitor, so people actually use him. But looking at the actual stats of Frejlord unit, they already seem balanced. I don't really know what to change, so I guess I'll just go with balance for Anivia and Lissandra. Would be really cool if they decide to buff pack mentality though. Maybe give it a condition like Yordles in arms, but lower the mana cost? Next is Ionia. Ionia also in the same state like Frejlord, that they are still waiting for new champion and cards. And we actually have seen a lot of Ionia changes on 2.11. I think reverting Dancing Droplets and Twin Disciple back to its original states can happen since a lot of people have been asking for it, but I doubt that they will revert Twin Disciplines back. I also feel Irelia has been over-nerfed, since they already nerfed Blade Dance to 2 mana. I think reverting her level up condition back to 12 units is still okay. There are 2 other cards that I want to see get buffed, which are Kinko Lifeblade. 2 health is low, and attacking for 2 health is also low. Just look at Tasty Feyfolk. Less mana, more attack, both of them died to Mystic Shot. We at least want them to hit once, right? The risk of using 4 mana Kinko is not worth at all. The other one is Yusari. Who in the right mind will use Challenger on an elusive unit? So yeah, kind of random in this region, but we'll be happy if they decide to do something about it. Now we go to Noxus. Riot, please buff Katarina. I know that Riot doesn't want to rework anything, but buffing her to 3 health is also okay. I will really appreciate it. Draven can be a 3-3, why can't Katarina be a 3-3? Yes guys, I'm pretty biased towards Katarina. Well, Riot can go nerf Draven instead. He's being too versatile with his X generation. Noxus is actually pretty easy to change. There's a lot that can be balanced, including Lost Soul. He needs to be a nerf no matter what. Recycling them over and over again while not giving up any card advantage is just dumb. I don't care what happened to them, but Lost Soul should be a priority card that needs nerf. Also, I want to see Noxcria Arena got buffed. How insane is it if Noxcria Arena gives your strongest ally a free attack instead of striking each other? You will see a lot of cool combination, but probably broken, right? So I figure for the last Noxus card I want to see change is Brutal Hunter. Give her a 4-2 instead of 3-3. She's kind of awkward right now, but I think giving her a 4-2 quick attack only this round make her more playable. Don't you all think? Or maybe Aral the Tracker? She's also very unique. Will it be bad if she gets buffed to 3 attacks? Maybe? Okay, that's 4 cards already. Let's go to PNZ now. Echo and Victor are pretty weak right now, but Victor is still seeing play in meme deck. So I'm gonna take my chances and say they will buff Echo instead. Maybe make his level up condition into you've predicted 4 times. It's pretty crazy that you can level up Nami in round 3 and you can barely level up Echo in 1 game. So yeah, Echo will be my first guess. My second guess would be Aloof Traveler. I think back in Mogwai's video with Rubin Zoo, they were talking about this card specifically, so I'm guessing this guy will be nerfed. Probably the attack or the health. To be honest, I don't think the stats matter though. I just hate that he got a card advantage from drawing. To make it more fair, the player who used Aloof should also discard their highest card and not just draw without any consequences. And so, we move on to Augment. I kinda feel sorry for Augment units to be honest. They deserve better. I'm hoping they will buff one of the augmented cards, like maybe Mechanized Mimic or Armed Gearhead. Or heck, they can even make this Calculated Creation a 1 mana card. So yeah, hopefully we got to see one of them get buffed. Last but not least, I think Corina Viraza needs an update. She's basically useless now. Maybe turn her into an 8 mana cost so we can do the concurrent timeline into a Dreadway combo. Dealing up to 5 damage on turn 8 is no longer impactful when you actually have cards like Go Hard. And also the new Corina with Mushrooms, they can do 5 damage easily. So yeah, this version of Corina needs a buff. Now we go to Shadow Isle. Out of the bat, I want to see Nightfall changes, but even when they tried to buff Darkstrider last time, Nightfall is still unplayable. I think with the current collection that we have, Nightfall is just not there yet. They could buff Diana though. I think if they give Diana every time you Nightfall you get Challenger, that's a big buff for the Nightfall archetype. Could be broken in the future though. But back to SI, I don't think they will change Kalista. Yes, she's weak, but her stats are typical for a 3 mana unit. Don't think they will also touch Kindred. Her kit is too unique to the game and her stats are already similar to Senna. So I don't think they will change any of the Shadow Isle champions. Well, to be honest, I don't see them changing much of it here. If I am forced to pick, probably Solari Sentinel is too weak. Maybe they are wrong on nerfing Stalking Shadows. Astral Fox is too weak. Ixtali Sentinel is too strong. So yeah, maybe 4 of them. Hopefully I got one right. But I don't think there will be a lot of changes in SI, I'm guessing. Maybe they can substitute it to nerf Bandle City instead. Who knows? Okay, let's move on to Shurima. Accent is unique, don't think they will change it, although I think Fount of Power is a little bit problematic. But Severe is just too strong, so reverting Severe level up condition is probably the choice they're gonna make. Ziggs could also be too strong. I don't think his health should be a 4, but I don't know. Do you guys think he's too strong? Because I haven't seen anyone complaining about his stats. But I think this 2 champion can potentially get nerfed. Treasure Seeker is kind of strong, but I guess Shurima will need it for their 1-drop. The Absolver is also kind of too strong. It's a 4 mana for 2 with Overwhelm. Maybe giving it less attack or less health on the Absolver return might not be so bad. I don't know, but I feel like it's too strong for a 4 mana card. Just compare it to Might from Noxus. 3 mana only get +3 attack and Overwhelm. Ambush is a +1/+1 elusive. Shell Game, technically a 4 mana +1/+1 and elusive. So yeah, Absolver has its own tier, like up there. For the last card from Shurima, I kinda want to troll, so I'm choosing the Time Has Come. Come on man, who would want to use this 5 mana card to summon 2 Clockling? I know it's burst speed, but you probably want to compare this to Decimate, right? If your opponent can't block, you get 4 damage to the Nexus. But what are the chances that your opponent can block a 2/2 Clockling on round 3? Wait, now that I say it out loud, it does sound interesting to try, actually. Well anyway, let's move on to Targon. I know I'm probably crazy to say this, but they might, or I'm hoping, they might revert back Aphelios or the Temple back. Reverting just one of them is actually okay, so we can see Aphelios in action again. This champion mechanic is just too cool to be ignored. I don't think Riot want a good mechanic like this to go to waste. So yeah, that's my first choice. I also think that the Serpent or the Fangs will get reverted back. Not both of them, but I think one of them will. If not, then one of the Celestial cards will probably get buffed. I don't know which one, but they have to do something to invoke cards so people start playing them again. Nerfing both Serpent and Fangs at the same time is just a bad move. And then I actually really want to see a buff for Giddy Sparkeologist. She's a 3 mana 2/2, do a Bastion. One can say that she's just a worse Bastion. You can't use your mana gem, you have to behold, and you have to preemptively use Spell Shield to someone. There's no way this card gonna see play if it's just a bad Bastion. So I really hope Riot will buff this card. And then I also love playing Malphite. I think he's underrated, but Landmarks in Targon is just bad. I really wish I can play Malphite outside of Shurima. So these Spiral Stairs need to change. 3 mana countdown 3 to get a slow spell is slow, like real slow, and it's a fleeting too. It's slow and it's not flexible. Can't they just get rid of the fleeting? So yeah, I hope more support for Malphite. Finally, we get to Bandle City. There are actually a lot of problems with Bandle City cards, but I guess when I pick cards from other regions, I also pick cards from Bandle City, huh? Poppy, Ziggs, Stone Stackers is a must. Elf Traveler is also dual region. Nerfing too much dual regions unit is bad for Tristana though. I hate Bandle 3. It should restart or subtract the count if we destroy it, but unfortunately, most likely no change. Minimorph, Bandle 3 needed, so most likely no change also. Mega Inferno Bomb is a meme. Maybe they buff it to 2 damage. Well, I don't know. I'll let Riot Balance team decide how to proceed with Bandle City, but right now, I just feel that Bandle City really need that nerf so LoR can stay fresh. Anyway, I think that's all. Wait, I did not do Bilgewater yet, huh? Okay, Nami is a problem. I hope she got nerfed. Even adding this to a 9+ spell helps, I think. Cause right now, I barely ever see Nami on her non-level up form. She's just too fast to level, and all the attunes cards are not even needed to synergize with her. Okay, Plunder cards needs a nerf as well. Sejuani GP deck has been on the top for too long. Maybe nerfing Crackshot Corsair or Monkey Idol will help. I just hope that they won't nerf GP though. I think GP is strong but not broken. I also hope Yordle Grifter doesn't get nerfed again. Or maybe they can change Morning Shot to 1 mana. No, if they do that, then Fizz lose all viability. Fleet Admiral Shelly? She's not that broken without Nami though. Maybe Monster Harpoon. I don't see why Monster Harpoon can't cost more. Wise Fry, kind of useless. They could even remove the vulnerable and he's still bad. I guess Siren can be better, right? Why does this have to attack in order to get 1 more extra damage from spells and skills? Couldn't he just stay on board to get the effect? Maybe lower the health but lose the while I'm attacking? So yeah, that's my predictions. I think that's quite a lot to be honest. No wonder Riot hates doing balance change. Well, we'll see how much I can get it right. What do you think of my prediction? Which one do you agree and which one you don't? While you're at it, why not type down some of your prediction down below? And we'll see how much you get right. Life is a game, so play smart.